Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So, I want to talk today about this article I came across. So, the title of the article is I Didn't Count on Living This Long. My money is running out, and I'm ashamed of being a burden to my kids. Okay, so you'd be surprised. I talk to a lot of people, and I get that a lot. I hear from a lot of people when I'm talking to them about planning for their future, just making sure that they're going to have enough later on to live how they want to live and making sure they're saving and just planning. And they actually say to me, well, I'm not going to live that long. And I'm like, oh, well, how do you know that? And of course, they don't really have a good answer because how do you know that? Right? How do you know how long you're going to live? It's like that's something that's really kind of takes me aback when I hear somebody say it because I have two friends right now. One of them, his grandmother, alive and well, just turned 107, and the other one's grandmother just turned 103 this year. And I bet you, I would be willing to bet my money that if I were to go and ask them, hey, did you really think you were going to live this long? That they would both say no. They will both say no. They did not have a thought that they would live to 107 and 103 years old. Like, who thinks like that? Right? Which I understand it. I totally do. Who thinks like that? So I get the line of thinking from these people I'm talking to. And obviously, everybody doesn't live that long. It's not a lot of people don't live to that age. I get that. But how do you know it's not going to be you? I guess that's my question. That's going to maybe live to that long age. I mean, there's a person in Texas, I think now, that's 100 and just turned 115 or about to turn 115, something like that. Bottom line is, how do you know it's not going to be you? Right? And then I get from them, well, they don't want to save all their money. And then they do end up dying and they just saved all their money for nothing. I get all of that. But guys, we don't know how long we're going to live. And I guess the question is, what kind of life do you want to live if you do happen to live a very long life, right? This person in this article happens to have kids. I'm talking sometimes to people who don't have kids. They don't have that support. So what's your plan, right? I don't know. I just think it's an interesting topic when I'm talking with someone and that's what their thought process is they're not really motivated to plan for the future because they don't feel like there's going to be a long one for themselves. But the only way we have control of that is if you do something to yourself. So, I mean, that's not good. We don't want to think like that. But that's the only way you're going to be able to determine that you're not going to live a certain amount of time is if you do something about it. Once again, I don't want to think like that. But anyway, that's my point. You get my point. Thing is, we don't know how long we're going to live. We need to still plan. You got to plan for living as long as you can. And I understand that you don't want to just save all your money and not live your life like right now today. I get it. You want to spend everything today and not save for the unknown because that's what it is. It's the unknown, right? You might end up saving and something will happen and you do pass away. But what if you don't? What if you don't? That's just my question. And I just wonder about that. So, great topic of discussion, people. I don't know. We got a plan. That's really just what I want to talk about today. Anyway, as you all know, I'm a retirement planner. I can help you plan, put some stuff together so that, not so much that you don't get to live today. And that's, I guess, the thing. You want to live today, right? Not put everything aside. That's where the planning part comes in. So maybe guess what? You still have some left over to play with today, but you're still planning for the future. So let's talk about it. Give me a call. All right? Call me.